A warning from the main intelligence directorate that the Russian Federation is developing new glide bombs and preparing to extend their range to up to 400 kilometers. The 200-kilometer models have already entered serial production, and the Russian Federation plans to ramp up, so to speak, the production of these glide bombs by the end of the year. So accordingly, because I have a question, is there a certain technological ceiling here? After all, glide bombs can't just fly indefinitely for too long, right? And how much can they actually be improved? And ultimately, what dangers do these 200 and 400-kilometer glide bombs pose?
Well, at 200 and 400 kilometers, those are no longer glide bombs. Those are, let's say, hybrids between drones and cruise missiles, like the Banderol type. Because what we commonly refer to as glide bombs, that's the maximum. Thank you. These are very specific devices where the engine plays only an auxiliary role, and it can't carry that bomb indefinitely. Because you see, the engine's operation depends on how much fuel is on board. To reach 400 kilometers, you'd need too much fuel, way too much for such a device. For 200 kilometers, well, that's when a cruise bomb with an engine, especially a low-powered Chinese engine, I don't think even 200 kilometers is realistically achievable that way. So 160 to 180 kilometers at most. Basically, you can double the range. Without an engine, it's 70 kilometers. And with an engine, what I saw was the OMPB-5R bombs, each equipped with a standard 500-kilogram optical bomb. That is, this is a bomb model from the year 1962. And in this way, you can still achieve a range of less than 200 kilometers, somewhere around 140 to 160 kilometers. As for the 400 kilometers, well, I think there's just a bit of confusion in the terminology here.
And
the Russians still don't have a large number of these so-called Banderol-type missiles yet. So it's quite unlikely that cruise bombs will be able to reach such a distance. There simply won't be enough potential energy or engine power for that.
All right, understood. I wouldn't say that's bad news. Mr. Valery, there's another distinction. Today's statement by the president of Ukraine, who, let me remind you, has traveled to Greece. Zelensky said the following, and I quote, "We have also prepared a historic agreement with France, which will significantly strengthen our aviation and our air defense." Presumably this is about Mirages, so perhaps a few words about them. Or about Rafales. I don't know. What is interesting for us in France?
Well, you see, when we initially started negotiating with Sweden about the Gripens, it was a very large number. It's one of the largest orders in the world. It's probably the largest order in the world. Well, if you don't count the American one, if you exclude the American corporation, meaning Lockheed Martin, which produces the F-35 aircraft, then this is the largest contract. You could say it's one of the largest, but in general, for 250 aircraft, it's a huge contract. And France decided, after some consideration, why give such a large pile of money to Sweden? So they offered to resume negotiations with us on transferring to our side. The transfer specifically concerns the process of signing a contract to receive the advanced Rafale aircraft. But for now, if an agreement is reached quickly, and if it is one that can be implemented swiftly and efficiently, we're only talking, at least for the time being, about Mirage fighter jets. That is, for now, the only aircraft under discussion. The Mirage 2000 in the advanced 5000F variant is capable not only of operating as a fighter aircraft and interceptor for air defense purposes, but also of carrying and deploying Scalp and Storm Shadow cruise missiles. That is, these are aircraft which, Britain recently told us that it would deliver a new batch of Storm Shadow cruise missiles. And the French contribution to this process is that they will also provide a certain number of carriers so that we too can carry out massive launches against Russian targets deep within their territory. And
Since things will not end with France, there is another significant official development. Next week, the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, will visit Spain. The visit will begin as early as Tuesday, November 18th. Let's hear right now what Kyiv plans to discuss with its partners. We have been preparing for a long time, and now we can already say that it will certainly be a productive visit to Spain, another strong country that has joined the partners in those initiatives that are truly helping us. Our top priorities today are air defense systems, and air defense missiles. And after every Russian strike, we always make certain the restoration of our forces. It's not easy, but we are doing it. Also, our resilience and our preparation for ourselves. Mr. Valery, how suitable and appropriate would it be to discuss at this time whether our Western partners' stockpiles are fully equipped with the specific missiles we need to protect our skies?
it's hard to say here because when it comes to the presence of the missile systems themselves, that information isn't classified. It's published annually in various reference books. As for the stockpiles in warehouses, of course, no one publishes that, although in general, some trends are known. As for Spain, it was Spain that provided us with advanced Hawk systems. These are old systems, though modernized. They've been in use since the Vietnam War era, but have been upgraded many times. For example, surface-to-air missile systems that are popular around the world. And I think that right now the discussion was specifically about obtaining missiles for the Hawk systems. Because in Spain, I believe Spain is now going to confidently strengthen its air defense and replace these systems. For example, to counter jet-powered KABs. These Hawk-type missiles are suitable, they're decent. They can effectively shoot down cruise missiles, but they don't work against ballistic missiles. But they can shoot down cruise missiles and they can shoot down drones. And right now we have a critical problem with missiles in general, because you can see that Russia is ramping up, and especially during the winter period, will increase the intensity of its strikes. And we will be in dire need of ammunition. There are still Hawk missiles left in Spain, so I hope that they will give us at least some of those missiles.
We also sincerely hope for this so that in the future our Western partners do not stand aside. Mr. Valery, thank you very much for your explanations. Valery Romanenko, aviation expert and leading researcher at the State University Kyiv Aviation Institute, was with us.